Some of the charity events that we've been through this year, which are over 85 different events. We are the medical team for the American Cancer's Relay for Life. We support our veterans. We have Honor Flight, where some of our nurses will board the plane and be with them on their way to Washington for a day of memorial and memory. We also help when we bring a veteran home. We will escort them home with motorcycles, police, and fire, giving them a world-class welcome home after they finish their deployment. We work with the police. We work with the FBI. We work with the fire department. We're there every weekend, time and time out, to help you, the biker, no matter what the venue is. Some of the things we've done this year, you can see some of our nurses and our medical troop on the abate run. That is one of the things we've supported for the past 12 years. Every year we're there for them. Big Bikes for Little Tykes. These are children with profound disabilities, and we take them up to Lake Geneva for a cancer camp where they go for a week. We ride with them and we support them. One of the 84 different events we've done. Honor Flight Chicago, 7 times a year. World War II and Korean veterans are taking to Washington to say thank you. Relay for Life, we will do dozens of these a year to say thank you to the cancer survivors, provide the medical tent, and assist them at their locations. Last year, Thanksgiving, we had a massive veterans food drive for Thanksgiving. We amassed 6 bags of groceries to give to every veteran who had a need. Over 1,000 veterans were fed. Over 1,000 received 6 bags of groceries. You can see some of the images there. We've done again, welcome home. Young Colonel, we brought back home to his wife and children. That young man on the left, we were able to help him raise money for an all-track wheelchair so he could go out and be with the children. This is one of my sweet spots, medical training. This is what I enjoy doing. Training the bikers, training the people to help themselves at any accident scene. If it's a car accident, a boat, or a motorcycle, knowing what to do, how to help, and more importantly, knowing what not to do at the same time. Training makes a difference. At some point in your life, you are going to have a reason to be there to help and support. Rather than standing there going, what do I do? Now I can train you as a first responder. The cornerstones of the EMS Road Docs is leadership, medical training, networking, and community support. We will be there time and time again this year for you, the biker. Please let us know how we can help you. Membership is open to the EMS Road Docs. We take everybody. If you want to be a member, we ask that you come, fill out an application. Our tent is down on the far, my right, your left, and we'll talk to you about training, getting trained, and how we can help you further. These are great folks, people, doing great things. The next thing we're going to have is one of our nurses, Sherry, and one of our chiropractors, Marianne, come up. We're going to have some skills demonstrations. The lady coming up, Sherry, is a captain in the U.S. Army. She's also a ER nurse at Rush University. Marianne Leahy is a chiropractor of 20 years?
About that.
About that, all right. So we're going to talk about emergencies and how you train, what to do, and how to help at a scene. The basics are what you need to be aware of. This is an actual image of a husband and wife that were riding at an accident, and the wife did not make it through. So it happens every day to all of us who ride. I've been riding 50 years, and I've been on a multitude of accidents. And the best thing you can do is help, rather than stand there and go, I don't know what to do. All right, let's talk with the first parts of a medical scene. If we came up to an accident, we want to first make sure the accident is safe for us. One of the things you're going to do is look around and see what's happening, why it was caused, and make sure you're not a part of it. Go ahead. What else are we going to look at?
Scene safety. Put on primary gloves, a mask if you have it, and your first aid kit, which a lot of the motorcycle crew does have a first aid kit.
We want to take standard precaution. If you get hurt, you can't help. Part of that is, even if you don't like the blood and gut, you can direct traffic. You can call 911. You can say, we have an accident. You can give a location. Not everything is blood and guts. Scene safety, very important. We got gloves. We all carry them. We carry little medical bags. So when you stop, you can help and assist. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is assess the person. Sherry?
So I come upon the scene and I'm safe. I put on my primary gloves for my safety. I talk to the victim. She's just been in a motorcycle accident. Are you okay? Are you okay? I get her to a safe place. I sit her down. I call for help. Somebody call 911. Somebody call 911. Do you know your name? Do you have any medical history? Do you know what happened? Right away, I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. I got eye contact. That's a good thing. That's my first level of consciousness. Is she talking to me? No. I see a head laceration. The head is going to be very, very vascular. So I'm going to see a lot of blood. So I'm going to have somebody hold her up. If nobody's with me, I'm going to grab my first aid. I'm going to take some bandages right away. I'm going to take some saline. I'm going to take off her helmet if she had a helmet, using C-spine precautions, or if I had assistance. She's got this bandana on. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to assess the wound. Is it going anywhere else? Do I see any CSF fluid? That's brain matter. Anything from the neck? Is she moaning at me? Is she talking to me? What's going on? I'm assessing all this while I'm doing first aid. I'm going to put some saline on her wound. This is going to be a big vascular wound. So you're going to see a lot of blood. I'm going to put direct pressure. I'm going to get some more help by this time. I'm going to have people pulling over. Somebody's going to be monitoring the traffic so I'm safe and she's safe. I'm going to say, hey, can you give me some more Curlex roll? Or some more bandages? Has anyone called 911? Those basic steps can save a life in minutes. Thank you. Are you okay?
Hi.
Can you talk to me?
What happened?
You're in an accident. Do you know your name?
Susie.
Susie. How old are you, Susie?
20.
20? Nice.
Wishes.
Great. She really hit her head. Do you have any allergies? And I'm taking this basic assessment so when 911 comes, EMS comes, paramedics come, I can give them all that stuff.
I'm allergic to work.
Allergic to work? Y'all are. We're out here right now.
And if you notice one thing, she's got her front facing traffic. Never turn your back to traffic. That's when you become a victim. So always keep your facing traffic.
So I got direct pressure on her, and at this time, I'm assessing. Her wound is controlled at this time. I'm taking some other gauze. I'm cleaning up the blood. I'm assessing her other extremities. Do I have any other injuries? Am I missing any body parts? You'd be amazed after the second minute what you could find out an injury. Then at this time,
we have got 911 already called. We hear the ambulance in the distance. We've got her seated and ready to go for transport. Now, once they get there, you'll do a handoff. One of the things that I do, and Sherry is in the inside of the ER, and I'm on the outside on EMS, as part of the Northwest Community System, I will take what's called a sample. Sample is questions, signs and symptoms. What do I see, or what does the patient tell me? Does the patient have allergies? Is it alert and coherent? Did I get responses? Are they on medication? How did it happen? Pertinent information. Did she feel woozy? Did she fall off the bike? She had one too many beers? Then I'm going to ask her, last time you ate or had any consumption of fluids? And then the final thing, events. What really is going on with her? Is she a diabetic? Is it anaphylactic? Did she have a shock? So we've asked questions. We've given the information back to EMS when they come, and then we'll support her until they get her boarded. And that's pretty much it. Keep it simple. We'll teach you what to ask, how to ask, if you have a laceration, how to treat it. In our courses, and I don't want to get too heavy on terms, but if it's a penetrating trauma, blood force, if you're bleeding out, if it's shock, all these things we cover. if you have an injury to an arm. A lot of times we fall, our arms go out, and now we've broken ulna or radius. We teach you how to use a SAM split.
Ready?
Mike, where's the SAM split? Can I have that SAM split right there, sir? We're going to put a SAM split on you.
Okay. Who's Sam?
Okay. Let's go ahead and stand up for this. Most of the accidents are going to be a broken bone or road rash. And in this case, we have in our medical bags what's called a conforming SAM split. This you can bend and mold to the shape of the arm, and it will hold it, keep it in place as we wrap it with gauze, and then we'll sling it so we can have that patient transported. So
if I had a basic EMS bag and I had a SAM split in me, or I could take a board, some kind of hard plastic, something in somebody's vehicle that is hard, you become very imaginative and you make anything work when you need to. I can use another motorcycle's bandana, I can use her bandana, I can use her belt, because I got to support this. I got to make sure that she doesn't move this, it doesn't bend or anything, because she could have a fracture that could be cutting off the radial pulse or pertinent tendons or ligaments in this area. So I want to mobilize it above the heart. I'm going to get some assistance here. Can you help me, sir?
be glad to.
All I need you to do is hold right here. Don't move the arm, please. Sir, can I take your bandana? I take another motorcycle's bandana.
And if you think she's not going to be saying anything about now, going to be yelling and screaming, kicking, so you do not want to stand in her front. You will get kicked. She is going to be all fighting us, so you got to reassure her.
Ma'am, this is just to help you, okay? You're going to feel better after we split this. Can I have some Ativan, please?
Me too.
So I split it up until EMS gets here. I cover it just like this. This basic right here can help her to prevent further injury in the ligaments, the tendons, or nerves, or the ulna. While I'm doing this, I could even take another bandana, somebody's belt, somebody's rope, anything, and tie support and keep it elevated above or around the heart. And at this time, I'm checking for radial pulses. I'm checking her CMS, her color. Do I have good color? And is she still talking to me? And I'm always reassuring the patient what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Always talk to the patient. They're scared. Or the victim.
Especially with this crew.
So basic split.
What I did, instead of using tape, I did what was called bunny rabbit ears. I tied it up above it, pressure to support it. And then the final thing we would do is go ahead and put it in a sling. Whether if we had a bandana, a belt, we carry slings, so we'd go ahead and sling it, get it into place above the heart, and we're ready for transport. She's in the best point of comfort, whether she's standing or sitting. Ask her those questions. Are you more comfortable sitting? Get her out of the sun, get her in the shade, offer her a cold drink, whatever, to transport. Okay, I'm going to touch on something real quick. These are head injuries. I'm going to ask you to take a look at these. One of them is a helmet that was used, and the other one was a guy obviously didn't have a helmet. Makes a difference. I don't take a political position whether wear a helmet or not. That's not me to say, but you can see what the differences are. Next, this is what happens when you have an accident with a bike. We're going to get them prepared and ready to go. I'm going to jump ahead. Now, guys, if you were going down the road and this lady dropped her bike and slid, would you help her? Give me a show of hands. Okay. You think she's got a little road rash? Yeah, I think she's got some major one. It happens. Okay. I mentioned before bleeding. Part of the bleeding is knowing when to hold it, pressure, raise it, and hold a pressure point. Again, our courses will be teaching that. How to handle blood flow, whether it's capillary, venous, or arterial. Okay, good question here. Everybody says you come to a biker and a biker's down. You know, the first thing you do, are you going to run over and turn them over and stand them up? No, we're not doing that. We're going to assess their alertness, assess their breathing, and we teach you what to do, how to do it. This is a good instance of do not try to help the person up. Okay, airway management.
Really dumb.
Yeah, I don't know if we
We teach CPR, believe it or not. We're going to cut away and attach defibrillator. No, we'll teach you how to perform CPR for adults, children, and infants. This particular motion right here, she's putting together a CPR barrier mask to keep you from getting fluid. When somebody has a heart attack, they will fall down. From that, they could have hit their head. There could be bleeding in their mouth. There could be fluids around them. Again, you want to protect yourself. She could be choking on her gum. Go ahead.
You want to tell what this is?
No, tell them what it is.
It's a barrier mask. We did. CPR, go ahead.
Goes over the nose and mouth.
What she's doing is placing it on there so she can provide breath. She is going to breathe for the patient and help them get volumes of air. We want visible chest rise. So this is what she's doing.
So this goes over the nose and mouth of the patient that's not breathing, and I'm going to breathe for them every 1 to 5 seconds. So I give a breath. I'm watching for the chest rise. I'm watching her color. I count to 5. I give another breath. I count to 5. I give another breath until EMS gets there.
When performing CPR, you're going to do 30 compressions at a depth of 2 inches at a rate of 100 to 120 per minute. This is the new guidelines from American Heart. 2-inch compression in the center of the chest. The rate is 100 to 120 a minute. You'll do 30, and then she'll do 2 breaths, as she said. These are the new guidelines. We teach and train you to be certified. It's a 2-year certification. That includes adults, children, and infants, and if they're choking, what to do at that point. Now, we don't have a defibrillator here, but if we did, we would show you how to attach it, but we do show you how to attach them in our class, and you get to work with them so you know how to use a public defibrillator. When you're walking through today, see if you can find a defibrillator, and you know what, again, it's good to know what it's all about. So, what she has done, she checked the patient, found that the patient is not responsive. She's gone ahead and administered CPR and gave her breaths. The last thing what I want to tell you about is, as motorcyclists, as vehicle motor operators, you will be at a motorcycle, a vehicle accident sometime in your life. All I ask is you get some training, be prepared, and be ready for it. The worst thing is to get there and go, oh my gosh, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Yes, you may not like to help with the blood. Yes, you may not like to pull the child out of the car, but you can do something. You can call 911. You can tell them the location. You can help with traffic flow. It's an important part of what we do. These are the most current accidents that happened this year that we were available for. We've been at every ride, from Janie's ride to Toys for Tots, to Abate ride, autism, and during that time, we have had accidents. We've had Flight for Life, and these are some of them. So, the moral of the story is, if we can help you as motorcyclists, we'd love to help you. Thank you. EMS Road Docs. If you're interested, our tent is down there. You can sign up. Our next class is next Wednesday, February the 15th. Thank you, everybody.